In this demonstration, we'll take a look at an example of a service level agreement. The service level agreement, or the SLA, is a contract between the provider of a service and a consumer of that same service. Now, it doesn't have to exist externally, it could exist within a larger organization. For instance, for the IT department, they might use it for departmental chargeback to individual departments that require IT services in a large organization. But here we're looking at the Amazon Web Services EC2 service level agreement. EC2 is the platform in the Amazon Web Services cloud where we can launch virtual machines. Now, a service level agreement has a number of different sections. Let's take a look at this example one. We're always going to be concerned, of course, with how recent it is. So, any updates we want to make sure we're aware of. Then we get down to the definition of terms, in this case for the monthly uptime percentage, and how those numbers are calculated or derived. Now, here, Amazon Web Services is talking about regional unavailability or simple, just general unavailability for an Amazon EC2 instance, or for its attached disk volumes, which are EBS volumes. Now, they also define the term service credit here because what's common with cloud providers certainly is that if they don't honor or meet the terms in the SLA, one of the consequences from them to the service consumer, in this context, the cloud customer, is service credits given to the customer. So let's go down and take a look at this a little bit further. So here we can see the monthly uptime percentage. It says here if it's less than 99.95%, but equal to or greater than 99.0%. Then we can see the service credit percentage for that specific type of value, which in this case is 10%. Now, if the monthly uptime percentage is less than 99%, then Amazon Web Services in this case is on the hook for a 30% service credit percentage to the customer. Now, it says here that service credits are applied against future Amazon, in this case, EC2 or EBS volume payments. Now, what's an important part of an SLA is how these consequences are dealt with. In other words, how do we redeem these credits if we are the consumer and we don't have at least 99% uptime over the month? So here it talks about the credit request and payment procedures that must be followed. Now, the general concepts are going to be the same, whether you're looking at Rackspace in the cloud or Microsoft Azure, Office 365, or in this case, it happens to be Amazon Web Services. Then, of course, there will often be some kind of listing that excludes certain circumstances from the consequences or from the service level agreement. Now, we don't want to go away thinking that the service level agreement is entirely on the provider. In the case of cloud computing, it really depends on the specific type of service. For example, infrastructure as a service, which is what this is classified as because we're talking about virtual machines, a lot of the responsibility, at least for the configuration of management, is on the consumer. Of course, it's running on provider equipment, so they are responsible to make sure that that is up and running. In this video, we took a look at a sample service level agreement.